How are we all? Good to know. Thank you.
Tyson, front right here. We're obviously only a few days removed from another massive pay-per-view here in Australia, a country that's been starving for fights. So what are the emotions now that camp's over and you're only a few days away?
Fuck, it feels good for camp to be over, for sure. I felt like fighting for the past 3 weeks. But it's exciting to be back on home ground, man, seeing all the fans. It's been a vibe, even at the airport, fans coming up and stuff. So, yeah, Perth's been good to me, so hopefully 2 for 2.
Personally, like you were saying, the last time you fought here in Australia didn't go your way. Did you feel any sort of unfinished business, given how that last fight ended and then the long layoff and everything?
Yeah, and he's an asshole because then he retired. So I wanted that one back. No, obviously it's yeah, it was hard. There was a lot, but it was all supposed to happen for a reason. So I'm back here now, and yeah, ready to get it back, ready to get it done.
And obviously, Modestus is not your original opponent. He's coming back into the UFC after leaving, winning a belt, and coming back. Did you know much about him? Because he debuted during your layoff and left during your layoff, so you never really crossed paths.
No, I haven't at all. It was a nice change of pace because the last 2 guys I fought, I think, got cut from the UFC, so it was good to bring someone back in. But it's actually a better fight, I think, for the fans anyway. And I'm just very glad that he took it on a week's notice because I still get to get paid.
Sure. And obviously, this is your 3rd fight in less than a year since your comeback. Have you been happy with your progression since coming back?
Yeah, more work to be done, but I just feel like I'm getting better and better, and that's testament to my training at City Kickboxing, and it's been enjoyable and transformative. I feel like after the 4 years off, I was a bit lost in those 4 years. Even coming back, even though from the outside looking in, it looks like it's all happy and everything's going good because I'm winning in a fight, but I hadn't fully transitioned back to being a fighter again and being the person that I love being. So I think now I'm really starting to get into the groove, being back like comfortable with who I am as a fighter, as a father, and now I'm just ready to get after it.
So given that, after the fight's over, what does the headline say about your fight when it's done?
Next.
And then final question for me, your division obviously has a new champion, Jamal Hill. What do you make of his victory, Glover's retirement, and what the future holds?
Man, I love Glover, man. Like, it's cool to look up to someone at that age and still beating up the youngsters. So it's obviously sad to see him going out, but Jamal, he's a very sneaky striker. The way he sets up stuff, very interesting. But yeah, that's further down the road for me. I've got plenty of hard fights before that comes up, but it'll be soon. Thank you.
Since the comeback to first-round finishes, is there kind of pressure to keep that streak going, or is it just something that's kind of materialized on its own when you're out there?
No, it just happens. Like, I'm always ready for the 3 rounds, but it's just if it's there, it's there. So I don't want to stay in there longer than I have to.
Right. And you've only been to the decision once in your career, and it was a loss. Does any part of you be like, what would it be like to go all 3 rounds and win and something like that? Like how a fight would unfold in that fashion? Yeah,
I'm happy for it to go the 3 rounds, but like I'd rather not go to decision. There's been a couple sketchy decisions, so I'd rather it not be that way. So I'm just, yeah. So it's always funner finishing off It's always funner ending the fight early.
Good catch. Stop yourself there. Thank you.
How you going, Tyson?
Yes, sir.
After having such a significant layoff, when having those kind of conversations with your family about coming back after knowing what you put on the line each time you fight, how do those kind of conversations go with your family?
I'm very lucky that the people very close to me don't care whether I get knocked out, cold, or win. They just know that I'm doing what I love. And no matter how I went out in the octagon, at least I'm doing what I love, and I'd be happy to go out that way.
You've got another teammate coming back from a bit of a time off, and Shane Young. You give him any kind of words of advice and anything like that?
Yeah, we've spoken a couple times about it. I'm just like, brother, you've been off, like, go get your money. I know how it is. When you're not fighting, you're not getting paid. So I was like, make sure you go in there and make a statement. But he's been training hard. It was a very hard camp down at City Kickboxing, so I'm excited to see how he comes out. It's there's definite pressure. You don't know what kind of fighter is going to turn up. You don't know who you are. Like, after that long, are you going to show up and put on a show? Are you going to be rusty? So it's good to get that first one out and get those questions answered.
And with other teammates from CKB who are having success in the same weight class as you, do those kind of thoughts and conversations ever come up that once you guys both reach the top 15 perhaps, that your paths start crossing and what that would mean?
We've got to get to the top 15 first, brother.
Fair enough, thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, you've said you've been reading.
Yep.
You said you've been reading like psychology books, and you've been working with a mindset coach, like Adesanya's, I think. What sort of stuff have you gleaned from that in this camp?
Like, obviously, there's a lot of visualization. So I've already done the walkout 1,000 times. I've already seen how the fight goes, and it's like it's just more comfortable. Like, no, like, you can't be worried about it because you're just happy with however it goes. Like, we're good.
So, like, you said you were feeling fried, like, after your last camp.
Yeah.
Do you feel a lot better this time? Like
Yeah.
you said, you're getting into the swing of things.
Yeah, and it was like, obviously I had a passing of my grandfather in the last camp, so I didn't even have time to deal with it. I flew home for the funeral, went straight back into fight at camp, and I didn't have that time to deal with it. So now I did. I got to grieve and see my family, be there for them, and now I just got to concentrate. I had like a perfect camp, man, this one. So it's always good when when camp goes to plan. So it's obviously the outside pressure's gone. It's easier to concentrate on the goal.
Tyson, your father, John Pedro, is a legend in Australian MMA.
A legend?
Instrumental in the growth of the sport.
Yeah.
Can you talk about his relationship with you throughout your career and especially now?
Yeah, obviously instrumental, yeah, for sure. He's taught me a lot of lessons, maybe some not on purpose, but he's, wouldn't be here without him. But it's cool now that the tables are sort of turned because I've been able to start training him. Like, this camp, I've been busting his ass. I've been making him get up in the morning and train with my strength and conditioning coach, and it was his birthday. And he was like, fuck, that cake wasn't worth it.
Can he still spar?
Yes, he can. You don't want to spar him. He's the worst sparring partner. It's like, you're going to get hurt. So 150 kilos moving at you fast. It's like getting hit by a train.
Thank you.
Tyson, up the back.
Yes, sir.
Just your thoughts on the main event, please.
Scared. I hate watching my friends fight. So I know he's capable of winning and doing what no one thinks he can do, but I just want him to pull off the win. But I hate watching fight. I'd rather be in there 100%. So I know he's ready.
And with Ty not fighting, will you be stepping into Shuey responsibilities with a win?
Hell no. That's his. That's disgusting. No, he can keep that, bro. Like, that's not our thing. That's his thing. So keep the shoeys. Even Laura, she tricked me into a shoey, but it was because it was a fresh shoe. But yeah, that's it for me, for shoeys.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you, too. Have a good day.